Hi, my name's Reese from the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. Today teaching you how to play the guitar solo out of the Kiss song Going Blind. Comes from their Hotter Than Hell album. I'll be doing the studio version. It's one of my favourite Ace Frehley guitar solos. It does sound like this. So I'll break that down phrase by phrase. Let's get learning. So a couple of tips before we start phrase one. I am tuned to E flat. Most of the Kiss catalogue, they tune their guitars to this tuning. So it's E flat for your top 6 string, an A flat, a D flat, a G flat, a B flat, and string number 1, the skinniest one down the bottom, down to E flat. Flat tuned. This solo uses the B minor pentatonic and uses a shape that you'll get starting off 5th string. So if you haven't learned your 5th string minor pentatonic pattern, there's going to be a little video tab just appearing above me now. Click that and it will take you to our lesson on how to play this particular scale pattern. We're in B minor, which is going to take us right up to 14th fret on the 5th string. And if you know that pattern, you'll very quickly be able to see the notes that Ace is using to craft this guitar solo. So let's have a look at how to start the solo, the first part of phrase number 1. So I'm up at 17th fret and 15th fret on the 2nd string. A lot of guitars have got dots to mark these frets, so there's a dot at 15 and a dot at 17 on my guitar. Have a look and count to see if it's the same on yours. I'm at 17th fret and I'm going to bend that 2nd string at 17th fret by what we call a tone. A tone bend is bending the string until you pitch the note that's 2 frets higher. That stands for one tone in music. If you haven't done string bends before, once again, click the little video tab that's now appearing above me that will take you to our lesson on doing string bends. So I bend that string at 17 by a tone. First bend, I'm leaving the pitch up there and muting the string so we don't hear the pitch returning. So bend again, but this time we will bend and return. So that's all taking place at 17th fret of 2nd string. Bend, bend, return. And then I'll move to the 15th fret of that 2nd string. So that's the start of this phrase. Pause this video along the way just to master each individual little lick and then start gluing those licks together to complete the Going Blind solo. Following those bending patterns, we're going to get just a 17 and 15 on that 2nd string. So the bends, 15, 17, 15, and this is all taking place on string number 2. That's one up from the bottom of the guitar strings. We will then move to 17 on the 1st string and do once again a tone bend. So practice that pitch, 2 frets higher, and then bend that string until it reaches that pitch that you want. I'm bending 17 of 1st string, and I'm going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row. I'm going to put some vibrato into that as well. You can clearly hear that on the recording there. So just to put those two parts that I've done so far together, second string work, first string. So next up, we get this hammer on and pull off phrase going back to second string. So this part that I've just added in, on the second string, a hammer on and pull off lick, 15, 17, 15. And then ending up on my third string at 16th fret, so between those dotted frets. Then returning to second string and going back to the 15, 17. So 15, 17, 15, hammer on and pull off. Third string note at 16. Back to second string, 15, 17. And at the end of that hammer on phrase, we'll bend again. So this is this third section of the opening phrase. We've got the 15, 17, 15, and then up to 16 on third string. 15, 17, bend on second string. To put that into context from the start of the solo, part 1, part 2, part 3, the new bit. I'd pause the video now, just take some time putting that together before I move on to the last bit of the opening phrase, phrase 1. The last part of phrase 1, we've already got the string bent from the tail end of our last part. And while we've got that string bent up there, we're just going to strike it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on that 7th, we're returning to the 17th fret and then hitting a 15th fret straight after it. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15th fret. 7 times picking the bent string at 17, releasing it, and then ending up on 15th fret. We then move to third string. We're going to play fret numbers 14, 16, and then bend. And Ace pumps that bend a couple of times while he's got it sustaining. It was a bit easier when I had the distortion on in the performance, that the note will sustain a bit better, but while I'm just doing this clean tone, I'll do those pumps a little bit earlier. And that completes phrase number 1. I'll just play the whole of phrase number 1 fairly slow. Bends on first string with your vibrato. And that completes phrase number 1. Do take your time learning that, because we're going to see a lot of that repeated again in the second half of the solo in phrase number 2. Phrase number 2 of the Going Blind solo, the second half of the solo, once again starts out the same way that phrase 1 did. Bending at 17th fret of second string. This time what we're also going to do is catch the 17th fret on the first string while we're doing that bend with my pinky. So I've got the bend, and then pinky will catch 17 on string 1, and then I'll release the bend on string 2. So this is all at 17th fret, bend on 2nd string, 17 on 1st, release. Is a country guitar styled lick there. And then a pattern run through the scale. Fret numbers 17, 15 on 2nd string, 16 on 3rd string, and then 15 on 2, 16 on 3. And then we're going back to bends on 1st string at 7. We did this in phrase 1, the 1, 2, 3, 4 bends that are on 17 at 1st string. So just the first 2 bits of this phrase number 2. Country bend, 1st string. That hammer on and pull off lick once again that we did in part 1 was on 2nd string. But this time, instead of ending with a pushed bend, we just fret the note at 17. So those were hammer-ons, 15, 17, 15 on 2nd string. Middle finger to hit 16 on string 3. And then a hammer on 15 to 17. But don't bend at 17 like we did in phrase number 1. Showing Ace's great way to take one melodic idea and do something slightly different with it. Try and do that in your own guitar solos and your own improvisations. I learned so much from learning all the Ace Frehley solos with just simple melodic concepts like this. Take a same phrase but end it differently. Instead of bending, staying on pitch of the note. So just what we've done so far. The next part, some real Santana styled pre-bends and releasing the string down to pitch. So when you pre-bend, have the string bent before you even strike it, and it gives this nice wailing, crying effect. So Ace does that twice, and then playing the note at 15th fret of the 2nd string. And to complete the solo now and complete this second phrase, so bending the same way we did to end phrase 1, 3rd string, 14, 16, and then bending. But we'll do that again this time. And then pump that bend on the end. And that completes the Going Blind solo. Let me just play this second half of the solo for you, what we've just gone through. Country. Those bends on 1st string. Pre-bend. And that completes the solo from Going Blind with those 2 phrases. Take your time, just break up into individual sections like I've just done, learn those parts, join them all together. If you have learnt something from this video, hit that thumbs up button that you see on YouTube. That gives this video a like and helps us out in people finding this particular video. Leave a question in the comments section if you're unsure of anything to play in this solo, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel here, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. We've got lots of Kiss guitar solo videos on our channel, so have a look around. Good luck in learning this solo, and we'll see you again soon.